When I first heard about the introduction of the Digital First, I thought, now we can get involved. This is something to get excited about.
We were more 9 to 5 based as an office. You were stuck to a desk. You couldn't work from home, you couldn't work remotely.
There was a lot of paper, there was a lot of duplication. Even back then I always thought there was a better way to do this. I always thought that we could always run a paperless office in the future.
We had laptops and loads of portals and gateways and things and tons of paper everywhere.
I think it's changed my role totally, really. Again, I was mainly office-based and just working from the community centres with local groups, where now I'm out about in the community more, and I engage with customers in a totally different way as well.
It allowed me to work flexibly, it allowed me to work more remotely, and it was less duplication and more productivity.
On a personal level, Digital First brought in the two device principle, which means we're now able to work from home even more. We're able to Skype meetings, FaceTime meetings.
It's what we can actually do in the role that made the difference. Access to all the forms and documents that we need, and being able to support customers at first hand.
The impact on Halton Housing Trust customers is massive. Gone are the days where you would have to sit in an office in a queue waiting to be served or be at the end of a telephone line for 20 minutes. Everything can be done now via the touch of a button. What's next for Halton Housing? Well, I suppose the sky's the limit. We have now paved the way for other housing organisations to ensure their customer experience is the same.
The technology is moving that quick. We have a dedicated team who are looking into looking at innovative ways of making your home being more efficient. We're looking into ways of looking after our older customers or our customers who need additional help.
Just not to stand still, keep moving and make sure that we don't rest on our laurels.
I like the way we can work remotely. I mean, literally, you can just go and work from a community centre. So if you're visiting somebody in their home, you don't have to go back to an office. You can just nip into the community centre, a local cafe, and you've got all the equipment that you need to carry on working. There's nothing in the way that stops you from doing that, really.
The flexibility, just being able, it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, you've got access to your job at all times. That's massive because that enables me to not have to wait to be in work to do the things that I need to do.
It's worked for us and our results speak volumes. Yeah, it's took time. We started this about 4.5 years ago. It's not a quick win.
For any other housing associations who haven't yet gone down the digital route and thinking of it, what I would say is if you're going to do it, it's not an IT function, it's not a customer services function, it's right across the board, it's not one team's function, one team's responsibility.